ZZ109FM, hottest radio station on the planet. It's your boy Loratti. Happy New Year 2026. If you've made it, you're listening, you're here, it's a blessing. Some people didn't make it to 2026. Even days into 2026, some people lost their lives. This is real stuff. This is real stuff. The ZZ109FM Morning Show is here to get you home from work, to get you to work safely. We're a team, and we care, and we appreciate you for listening. In the studio to help me out today on this beautiful new year is Miss Elsie Jenkins. Miss Jenkins, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine. I'm here and I'm present. Lord have mercy. It's a blessing also to help people when you need help. You get help, but it's also a blessing to help people. And that's what I'm trying to do in 2026.
ZZ109FM, also in the studio to help us out is 10th grade education Bob. Bob, how you doing there, little buddy? Well, I'm doing fine. I'm happy to be here, and I'm ready to do what I can do to make things great. All right, so we are here. It's beautiful but January. It's kind of chilly outside. It's kind of cold, but that's my kind of weather I like.
Well, I like the kind of weather that is warm. I like Florida weather, the cold weather. It's just not what I like. Lord have mercy. I got to bundle up, and I don't like being bundled up.
Well, I like any kind of weather. It doesn't matter to me because I drink my Corona in the summer, winter, spring, or fall.
Lord have mercy, Bob. It does seem like you don't have any break drinking them damn Coronas. Lord have mercy.
ZZ109FM, drink your Corona, drink your coffee, drink whatever makes you happy. Life is too short. This morning we've got coffee and vodka. I got a couple shots of vodka. If you're at work right now and you're not behind some machinery and you got some coffee, put you about 5 shots of vodka in that coffee this morning. You're working at Starbucks, just slide you a cup over to the side as you're working. Put a couple shots of vodka in that coffee and sip on that. I'm telling you right now, that coffee and vodka, it makes you feel kind of good as you're working. You get the giggles, and people don't know what's going on, but that's all right. As long as you're not operating on anybody or you're not working machinery, you're at work doing your job, nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. All right. So 2026 comes in with a boom, literally. Let's look at the news on the planet, Miss Jenkins. Good news or bad news? That's how we do it here in the morning show. What's going on with the world news?
Well, Lord have mercy. If you haven't figured it out yet, or nobody's told you, but Trump has went into Venezuela and basically he has captured the president and the first lady. Lord have mercy. Just went into the man's country. I don't care if he's a dictator or whoever, whatever. Went into the man's country, snatched him up out of his bed with his delicious wife, and Lord have mercy, then sent his hind parts to America.
Wow. I'm talking about wow. I mean, Venezuela, really no big military threat to the United States. And you can see the operation, the operation was pretty, easy in regards to what they had to do. But nonetheless, you know, is that the right thing to do in 2026?
Well, I'm going to tell you now, when you're going into somebody's country like that and just taking the president out of the bed and his first lady out of the bed, what's stopping the rest of the world to say, well, if you can do it, we can do it too?
Absolutely, Grandma. Absolutely. Diplomacy is what we would like to use if we're having a problem with another country. Diplomacy. This is not diplomacy. Going in and snatching a man and his wife out of their bed and bringing them to the United States to stand trial in our judicial system. There's a lot of red flags with this procedure. One of the red flags is 9 times out of 10, the president has to reach out to Congress and let them know what he's doing in regards to going into a country and doing an act of such violence. And he did not do that. So you're going to hear that story. I've got every right to do X, Y, and Z, but really now, we're a common sense kind of group of people here. Common sense. And I'm going to go around the room and I'm going to just ask you, does this sound like the right thing to do, Miss Jenkins?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If someone was to come to the United States because of the way Trump has been treating the American people in the last year and a half or longer, and take him strategically out of his bedroom with his wife and have him stand before the Chinese jurisdiction, the Russian jurisdiction, the European jurisdiction, and have to stand trial for the wrongs that he's done in America. If we woke up to something like that, I say there's three letters that would infuriate the powers that be, and those three letters are WAR, 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 war. Because you just don't go into a person's country like that and commit such an act unless you are ready for war. Ready for war, because the United States and the many other countries out here, many have alliances. So you mess with one, you mess with many. It's not just one country, Venezuela. Venezuela has connections to many countries because of their resources. Now, that's going to be a big issue there. They may not like Venezuelans, they may not like Venezuela, but they damn sure like them resources they got. And oil is one of those resources they got. Now, they might have had a good relationship with Russia and China about oil, and when Venezuela might have been making money hand over foot. And they may not have been putting it back into the communities, but nonetheless, they're making money, making money, making money. And all of a sudden, one of your countries on the planet goes in there and stops that. Stops that like cold turkey. Or we're now in charge of this country. And we're going to go in here and do some changes, this, that, and the other. But do you think they're going to allow the continuation of, number one, the drugs, number two, the resources? No, having control of the country is half of the battle. Now you have control of the resources. So some countries woke up after this situation a little upset and a little offended. Because if you do it to Venezuela, you'll do it to any country on the planet.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Bob, what do you think about the situation? Well, I'm going to tell you now. If I'm sitting in my bed and I'm getting a good night rest, if somebody come to my refrigerator to take all my damn Coronas, and I wake up and all my Coronas are gone, and now they got control over my refrigerator, and they say, hey, we going to make sure that if you need a Corona, we'll put one in there. But other than that, we're not going to give you no Coronas. You need to listen to what we tell you to do. I'm going to be a little upset. I'm going to be ready to fight. And if I got any big brothers or big sisters out there to help me out, I'm going to call my family. Because this is ridiculous. And that's all I got to say.
Lord have mercy, Bob. Your analogies, I tell you, boy, you got to have a damn 10th grade education to understand these damn things. But I kind of get where you're going from. Lord have mercy.
ZZ109FM, that's right. If someone's going to come into your refrigerator and take all your food and say, you know what, we've got control of this now. We'll put food in there when we feel like it. But other than that, thank you for your participation. But we've got your refrigerator. You're basically a hostage. You're a hostage in your own home. And it's a shame that people are treating people that way, like hostages. Now, the next question is about the Venezuelan people. Are they happy? Are they sad? Because in America, you've got Venezuelan protesters, whether they're real protesters or actors, because you got to be careful. A lot of times someone has sending these people out, and they're getting paid to walk around with the signs. It wasn't a whole lot of people, but it was enough people to, make a small stir, nonetheless. Um, but really, really, if someone had did that to us, um, and we really cared per se, it would be a whole lot more people in the streets than just those little people we're seeing on the news. So, do you trust the news, Grandma?
Of course, I don't trust the news. The news is hand-fed information to us. Is it factual, 100% factual? I don't believe it is. I don't believe it is. And I'm going to tell you now, if you ever get a chance, go back and look at some of the President Bush, the Gulf War Bush. Go back and look at some of his speeches that he did in the Congress per se. Go back and look at some of them speeches. We found, and it's hard to believe that if you don't look for it, you wouldn't have seen it. But we found that when President George Bush Jr. was speaking at some of his sessions, that the audience in some of those sessions were edited. Now, it's hard to believe because when you're taking time to listen to these speeches, you don't really pay attention to the audience. You kind of get glimpses of the audience, but a lot of times the camera is focused on the president. But by chance, we happened to look at the audience and we saw some inconsistencies. And the technology back then wasn't that good, but it was good enough to fool Americans. So on my talk radio show in the future, I'm going to see if I can get a clip of what we saw. But if you watch a basketball game, you can clearly see an audience in the presence of those players. You know what an audience looks like. You can see the variations in people. Everyone is kind of doing something, looking a certain way, but it's an audience nonetheless. You can see the rows of people. You can see that everyone is there and present. It's obvious. But we didn't even think back then that we were going to be deceived. We didn't think we were going to be deceived. And the reason why I think that we were deceived is because that president during that time, he wasn't the smartest man on the planet. In actuality, he was a little bit on the dumb side, that president. So when it came to speeches, he wasn't really a speaker. And he probably made a lot of mistakes when he was speaking, so they had to do a lot of editing to try to make his speeches seem flawless. And that's where we caught the situation. That's how we caught what was going on, because I'll give you an example. You've got a congressman in the audience who kept going into his pocket, but you could look and see that it was a video loop. And when videos loop, it's almost like you see the same motion a couple of times in sequence. And it was amazing to see, because it's like, why does this man keep going in his pocket? What is he putting in his pocket? But it was an actual loop. And we're gonna find this, and we're gonna put this on the talk radio side, because it's there. It's like we're so stupid we wouldn't go back and take a look at that video. We wouldn't go back and see the editing errors that they made back then. We wouldn't go back and look at that. Well, we happen to come across it, and we're going to show this information in the future. Yeah, Grandma, I was there when we came across that information. Many areas in the video, when you watch the Bush speech talking about, he was talking about the terrorists and the attack on 9/11. The audience, some of the audience people were
were completely still. They weren't even moving. You had other audience members moving, but they're in kind of like a loop. And then other audiences just kind of staring, but really didn't have any human emotion. And then to come to find out, it's because it was all cut and pasted and put together um, with the technology they had back then. And if you really look close, you'll see that it was an edited audience. Now, why would they need to edit an audience back in, 9/11, post 9/11? Why would they need to do that? What's the purpose of it? And why are we being fed that he's speaking in front of a group of live people when he's not? So to me, that's like a super red flag on be careful as to what you believe is real when they give us the news. We're being fed what they want us to know, not what the truth is. So, as we look at this Venezuela situation, what is the truth? Because we got a lot of lies when it came to Gaddafi. We got a lot of lies when it came to Saddam Hussein. We got a lot of lies, a lot of lies. So this is one of those situations where we as Americans got to be open-minded. Yeah, you went to somebody's country and took the president. Red flag number one. Would Americans agree to this if we could vote on it? Hell no, we wouldn't have agreed to this. You're already putting restrictions on boats coming to America because of drugs. All right, so you're slowing down the drug situation. They're not getting to America. Okay. So if they're getting to America any other way outside of that, you better figure out what that is. But your main goal at that point was to quell drugs. Now all of a sudden you've went into the country. All right. So if you've gone into the country, what's the sense in taking the president and the first lady back to America? What's the sense in doing that? Why are you doing that? And my question is, what has the first lady done? Why is she here? Because she's the first lady. She has no authority in the country. Doesn't make any sense. ZZ109FM, very, very interesting start of 2026. We knew that 2026 was going to have some exciting things going on based on The Simpsons. Like this year, something bad's supposed to happen to somebody. And if you keep up with The Simpsons, everybody knows who this somebody is. And what happened this first couple days of the year is enough to have a lot of people upset at our president. Now, last rumor here before we get off here and play some music is that Iran has threw a bounty up. So, Grandma, what do you know about that?
Lord have mercy. I mean, let me take a quick look here because that's what I heard too. And I'm like, wait a minute. What kind of bounty are you going to put up for the president? Because do you know what's going to happen if you even try to go through with that bounty? You're going to have all kinds of military, secret service, anything you can think of is going to be on top of your ass if you even think of jumping in on that bounty on the president. And I'm like, this don't make any sense. This don't make any sense at all.